What's up there, youths, youngins? It's your big uncle. We are over at Asok Station in Bangkok City. Tonight we're going to take you guys to Soi Cowboy. Soi Cowboy is as the name implies, soy, which it also functions as a red light district. So we're gonna have a wander. Not really my cup of tea necessarily, but I know that a lot of the clients, like, you know, they're interested in this type of content and they're interested in this type of environment for their, you know, expat relocation destination. So we're gonna have a walk around. I haven't been to Soi Cowboy in quite a while, actually. There's some interesting little soys that come off of Soi Cowboy where there's a lot of massage stuff we can show you. It's a red light district, but it's also basically in the heart of the city. So there's just every service imaginable. Hotels, like places that are more like, you know, dirty massage, but also legit massage, right? It's a really crazy area. If you've never been here, you're in for something interesting this evening. So we're gonna go have a quick feed over at Terminal 21 Food Court, and then we're gonna go wander on over to Soi Cowboy. This is Sukhumvit Road right here, Asok Station. This is Terminal 21. This is definitely, in my opinion, one of the better food courts in central Bangkok. It's also a really interesting mall. It's completely a trip. It's like a theme mall. Every floor is like a different theme. I have videos on the channel if you guys are more interested in that. Tonight the video is going to be primarily about Soi Cowboy. It's one of the many red light districts here in Bangkok, and it is pretty well known. A lot of people have definitely lost their minds on Soi Cowboy. So filming on Soi Cowboy can be a little bit sketchy. Like, obviously the girls that are working and freelancing don't necessarily want to be on camera, so we're gonna like kind of guerrilla film and like try to be more discreet about it. We don't want to piss anybody off, but we do want to show you guys what the area looks like and what's available. Sometimes I kind of describe Soi Cowboy as like all of Boy Vien shoved from Vietnam, shoved into a very small street, and much more focused on the go-go aspect rather than just like nightclubs, bars. Like, it's much more of like a go-go scene, but like the comparison to me is kind of there because of just the sheer amount of neon and of like hawkers and people trying to get you to come into the business. It's just that on Bui Vien and Saigon, it's spread over a larger distance, you know? So, you know, your big uncle needs to stop and get some oyster omelet before we go take you to the This is a good stall. They do like pad thai, oyster omelets, crispy fried oysters, which is the way I prefer the cooking, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is the feed that will get us through the evening, hopefully. All right, so Pad Thai Goon has arrived despite some confusion, and then we've got the oyster omelet still on the way. Actually, the oyster omelet is 60 baht, the Pad Thai is 50 baht, so I mean, you already see the prices at this place is mental. This is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Bangkok, so a lot of people come to Terminal 21 to eat. It's a fried mussel omelet and Pad Thai with shrimp, and each one of these was about $1.70, $1.80. Nish got some vegetables, vegetarian spot.
And two smoothies.
We got a couple extra.
Strawberry banana and mixed berry.
We each got a couple extra fried eggs. All right, we're well fed and ready to go see this. But before we do, make sure that if you get the monster from a freelancer in Bangkok, that you have some kind of health insurance to sort that out. That's why this video was sponsored by Safetywing. What's up, guys? I'm in Mysore, India. I'm chilling with this cow here. If this cow were to give me mad cow disease, I would want to have health insurance. And if you're going to live as an expat, you're going to want to have health insurance too. He's either biting me or licking me. He's licking me. Aww, hello.
It's so cute.
See, if I get sick from touching this cow, I want to have health insurance, right? So Safetywing is a good health insurance for people like me who travel around the world and live in interesting places. I'm covered. If I get sick in India,
at least I got health insurance.
Safetywing is designed for people who move around and who travel, so it's the perfect health insurance for people who live our kind of lifestyle. Now we are going to walk on over to Soi Cowboy without even leaving the BTS elevated walkway. We're coming out of Terminal 21 now, and we're just going to wander our way across the main road without even having to go to ground level. This part of Bangkok is very well connected by these kind of sky bridge. I guess that's what you might call them. I'm not really sure. Sky bridge system, or it's all interconnected to the BTS, and it connects to shopping malls. And when you get off the BTS, for those of you who've never been to Bangkok, usually there'll be several different exits. Each exit will be connected to some kind of a mall or some kind of thing that is in that area that's important. And this is a very, very important station here, Asok. This is where you can transfer and get the MRT. When we first started coming to Thailand many years ago, when we were doing Muay Thai, we were living off of the metro, so we used to have to come, if we wanted anything Western, you know, come get on the metro and get off of, kind of over in this area. And I've been to Soi Cowboy many, many times, but I actually just haven't been there recently. And we're gonna do our best to film for you guys. I don't know how that's gonna go. But we'll definitely get you some footage. I might be wearing a necklace and walking through discreetly. Just don't want to piss anybody off. Okay, so from up here you can see Soi Cowboy. Well, you can see the entrance of it. If you guys look this side of the street around here, there's some tuk-tuks parked right at the entrance of it. You can see a little bit of the neon lights. It's very small, but we're gonna wander over there now. Wants to thank the Vinzan group for the flour and our new partnership. So Vinzan Group, if you're in Thailand and you need to find flour at reasonable prices, that's a good place to look for it.
We interrupt this video to bring you a brief message from our sponsors, the Vinzan Group. If you are a broccoli head who's spending any significant time in Thailand, you should know about the Vinzan Group. The Vinzan Group helps you cut out the middleman and go direct to the wholesaler. So when you acquire your tree, you're acquiring your tree at rock bottom price. You're getting the wholesaler price. If you're buying from a lot of retailers in Bangkok, you're already buying from Vinzan Group. You're just paying a markup. So go direct, save yourself a little money on your vegetables and your broccolis and whatnot. And when you are in Thailand and you place an order with the Vinzan Group, you make sure you mention your big uncle, Reborn abroad, and Vinzan Group will give you a special gift. Make sure you brush your teeth, stay in school, eat your vegetables, and treat your mama right.
All right, we're very near to the entrance now. I'm gonna throw it on the necklace and we're gonna take you guys inside. And then if it's chill, I'll do some pans and get some general shots for you guys. And if it's not, we'll just walk through and kind of get the scene so you guys can get a sense of it. Sometimes they say you can, you know, they say it's a public street and you can film, but that people still bother you, so something to keep in mind. And look, here's some guests from Africa freelancing outside of Soi Cowboy. The street leading up to it, you can see it's already starting to be the spillover of Soi Cowboy here. This is a big nightlife street here in Bangkok. It really is like Boy Bien. Hey, Sadikap, Sabadi Mai Kap, Kapom. Okay, it's not too bad about the filming. I think as long as you don't point it at anybody, it's not a problem, but it's very cool, like very colorful. Really does remind me of like Boy Bien in Saigon, but condensed into a much smaller area. And it's mostly about the go-go thing here, whereas Boy Bien has a mix of like the nightclubs and backpacker element. This is primarily the girls, the go-go, you know, that type of stuff. This is Soi Cowboy. I was a little worried about filming, but I think as long as you point away from people who are like working and you just keep it focused on vibe, it's not really a big issue. If you have never been to Thailand, this is a pretty typical red light district. This is down a Soi. Soi is a side street off of a main road normally, and this is a very colorful Soi Cowboy. So yeah, what you see is what you get. You know, it's a nightlife area catering to sex tourism and towards bar girls, and I'm sure you can find ladyboys or whatever it is you're looking for over here. I'm sure it's available. You know, I don't think it'll be a problem. But it is one of the red light districts that's the most centrally located. Nana Plaza is another big one, and then there are a few others, but you know, these are some of the bigger, more iconic ones like Soi Cowboy or you know, even like the whole real area around Nana Plaza, not even just Nana, you know, like the night market along Sukhumvit. So yeah, this is what it is, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. If you are, make sure you subscribe, like, and share. And I want to remind you guys this video is sponsored by my big homies over at Vinzan Group. If you are in Thailand, do not overpay for your flour. So one thing I did notice was walking in, and I mentioned it casually, but I should go a little bit deeper on it, is the African freelancers that are like hanging outside of the Soi. So these people come over on whatever visas they can get, and they end up coming over here and being a drain on the Thai society. They end up being prostitutes or running out of money or ending up involved in criminality. And you can see it because you've got literally African who are standing outside of Soi Cowboy competing with the local girls, and it's pretty crazy. Like, I'm very surprised Thailand tolerates it. With the recent huge black money scam that went down in Cambodia, the Cambodians have become down very strict on African nationalities. And my partners in Vietnam said it's the same. I guess Thailand, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm just, it's something I've been aware of like for a while, but I forget because I don't come to these areas so often. So like, to see it again, and it's like, damn, like you're here in their country and you're not like, you're just freelancing outside of their sex tourism street, like, I don't know. To me, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, I don't understand why these people even have visas here, but it's not up to me, right? It's definitely an intense few hundred meters. I don't even think this is really short. We're like almost at the end right now. Like, you can see the whole party ends on this side. We'll probably do one more walkthrough just so you guys can get a better look. But yeah, look, this is the end. That's the end of Soi Cowboy. It's really not long. It's just a lot of neon and a lot of craziness packed into a small space. Sorry, On the street is okay, no? I got attacked by a ladyboy, that's funny. You're allowed to shoot here. You saw that? I got attacked by a ladyboy.
So many girls.
It's ridiculous. Look at this. This is interesting. So this is the one bar that is not prostitutes.
Yeah, it's like an actual venue.
It's like a music venue. All right. And they're playing music. Well, thankfully, GoPros are Ladyboy proof, because that one was like pinching me and pulling on the GoPro. Not like super aggressive, but like, you know.
You're allowed to film.
I'm allowed to film. This is a public street, you know. This is not a private street.
You're not filming her, right?
No, I wasn't specifically filming anybody. I'm just walking through. As far as for Nana Plaza, you can't because it's private. But this is a public street, so you can. So the way I was going to deal with it, like, is what I was doing, just wearing the necklace, being somewhat discreet about it, not specifically pointing at anybody or looking at anybody. But one thing I wanted to point out that I thought was worth, you know, noting for you guys, you might find interesting, is all the, you know, guys from possibly Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, I'm not really sure, but they're all trying to sell watches that are definitely fake or stolen maybe. And, you know, again, you see the African freelancers, you've got these guys who are, you know, maybe from somewhere in South Asia, and also, like, are you supposed to be in this country? Like, why are you on a visa if you're on the streets selling watches, you know? Like, I don't know. This is the problem. When you come to someone's country, you should be respectful and you should follow their laws. And when I see shit like this, like, I know that this stuff that the Thais do here, like, you know, I think it's technically not legal, but it's like tolerated. I'm not really sure how it functions, but it's their society and it's amongst them how they manage it. They don't need like freelance from Africa or like shady dudes from you know, Dhaka running around selling fake watches. It's the same way we don't need this shit in the West. You know, this idea of multiculturalism makes everything better. I don't know, man. The jury's still out on that one. I would say, you know, you can have a multi-ethnic society, but there has to be some sort of a cultural understanding. And I think you see that in Asia. You know, like, the reason social cohesion works pretty well here, even with all the problems, is that there is a shared national identity and culture in these countries. So a lot of these things that seem crazy, the reason why it kind of works here is because of the culture, right? So, you know, I don't know. My point of this conversation is, if you're coming to a country, you know, be a good guest. Don't be a fucking freelancer. It's like, no wonder these people have a hard time getting visas. And I feel bad for the Africans or the people from South Asia that are like legit, decent, you know, and like are just trying to do business or try to get jobs like in like a legitimate way, because this type of shit makes them look bad. And you can see why the West has had enough of this shit. You can see why some countries in Southeast Asia have had enough of it. Because I hate to say it, guys, but stereotypes exist for a reason. So this is what I mean. I've got like African freelancers standing behind me. Like, why are you here doing that? Like, why are you in this country competing with the Thai prostitutes? You know? And then they scratch their head and they're like, oh, why don't we get visas like countries like the US or Canada, or, you know? And I'm saying these countries don't have fucking lots of problems too, but, you know, generally speaking, our citizens don't end up like selling outside of, you know, metro stations in the countries they move to. Just as a general rule, you know? And it's not a racial thing, guys, but it is a cultural thing. And, you know, you do see certain cultures, you know, they are very strict in their society, and a lot of reasons why it's like that is because that's how they have to manage their society. Like, you go to places, you know, in the Middle East, you know, they don't play, you know? Here in Thailand either, the laws, they don't play, you know? Like, so, you know, things work because it's very strict, you know? And I think people in the West, you know, they forget that, and it's easy to be kind of naive, right? I mean, if you haven't been out in the world and you haven't seen how things work, like, you can get lofty ideas. Anyways, as a little bonus footage, we're gonna walk on down to the massage Soi. This is a Soi that comes off the back of Soi Cowboy, and we're not gonna go super deep on it, but it's pretty interesting, and you guys might want to have a look. It's just like a street of nothing but massage places, like one right after the other. And I think a lot of them are more like, you know, like freelancing massage, whereas like, you know, the one we used to go to was on this road, but it was like legit massage. So I don't know that they're all massage. I think the ones where the girls are wearing more traditional clothing are like legit massage, or if they're older looking. And then like the really pretty girl ones are for, you know, services like, right? So we'll have a look, and I haven't been over here in a while, so it'll be interesting. Also, we're walking towards Nana, towards the night market. This is where you're gonna start seeing people selling like Cialis and shit on the street, and it's like, it's a bit of a sideshow over here, you know. But you know, it's interesting. And I know that some of you guys coming here are going to be looking for this type of scene of another dispensary. They're just fucking like every 100 meters. You don't need dispensaries anymore. You just want to go straight to the Vinzan group. So now we're just behind Soi Cowboy, and this is the massage soy. So should be interesting. So you've got a few bars just on the peripheral of Soi Cowboy. This is one of them. This is the Jasmine City Hotel. So this is just next to Soi Cowboy. All right, now we're starting to hit all the massage places. This one looks like it's a real massage place because the ladies are wearing normal clothing and they're not like supermodel looking, right? Like we have really pretty girls wearing very little clothing. That's not going to be a legit massage place. So this is all right behind the Soi. This is another Soi. They have 7-Eleven, dispensary, money exchange, of course. And since this is a hub for degeneracy, this is where you're going to find a lot of, you know, freelancing and other kind of gray area services. This is the very end of Soi Cowboy, and this is the massage Soi. So this whole Soi is just one massage place after another. We used to go to a yoga spot down here years ago, so we used to walk through here a lot, but this was always during the day, so it wasn't like this. Or kind of early in the evening where some of the lights were on, but it wasn't all packed like now. It's pretty crazy over there. So yeah, we'll walk down to Soi a little bit, and I guess we'll call it a night, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy this content, definitely hit the like button, subscribe, share, help us fight the algorithm. Like 100% this video is going to be age restricted, so if you can help us push it with some likes. I want to show you guys reality. This is reality. This is part of Bangkok. It is you know, an integral part of the economy here, actually. Lots of Irish pubs, very nearby to Soi Cowboy. Lots of Western food and Western services. More massage places. But these again look like real massage because the women are dressed normally. So far all these massage places look pretty legit because the girls are all wearing like traditional clothes. I haven't seen anybody dressed like a model or like a star, so you know, so far they all seem pretty legit. But isn't it interesting that it's like one right after the other, and this is all just right next to Soi Cowboy. So you know, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a look around the general area also. So the video is Soi Cowboy, but it's also sort of what's around Soi Cowboy, you know, starting over at Terminal 21, giving you a little idea of that area, kind of taking you through Soi Cowboy, and then showing you a little bit here of this massage Soi. And you know, it is just an interesting little spot. It's very convenient. If you're at a higher income, it's not a bad place to be positioned in terms of, you know, connectivity, but you will need to be at a higher income because accommodation in like nicer condos over here, it comes at a premium. And this is like a beer hall. They have craft beer, beer Lao, beers from the region, the craft Bangkok. All very near to Soi Cowboy. Yeah, here we go. These are the ones that are working. Yeah, but they know. So I think it's like some of the ones towards the top of the block are more like legit massage, and then over here it's like this massage, this side of the Soi. Yeah, I thought you guys might find this area a bit interesting. I'll point out the place where we used to go. It's actually really good, and even though it's near to the massage places, it was like a decent legit Thai massage. And of course you've got some Thai food. Where would you be without some of the favorites, right? There's an Italian restaurant down this Soi. Super fancy massage over here. Expensive, like 400 for an hour, yikes. Now this is like a normal massage place. I wonder if this is the one I used to go to. 200 baht is not bad. This might be the one I used to go to. But there was one down here. I'm gonna see if it's still here, if I recognize it, but it wasn't like a massage. It was just a really good Thai massage for like 200 an hour, which is very reasonable for a Thai massage. It's, you know, very competitive, obviously, on this street. And yeah, here's more massage places, but again, these are like more like legitimate ones. They're doing like real massage, like Thai massage or oil massage. And then you can tell the difference with the ones for the girls because the entire vibe is different. And they're bumping the beats instead of like traditional Thai music. If you want to find a real massage, you look for the ladies in the traditional clothes and the Thai music. If you're looking for the party, I think you guys can figure that one out. I wonder if it's still here. I remember it was at the very end of all the massage places. It could be gone. Mish, remember we used to come to one right over here at the end. But
Yeah, I thought it was called Jasmine.
yeah, maybe it was called Jasmine or something. I wonder if they're gone now. Yeah, look, more massage. It was small, but it was very inexpensive and it was pretty good. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the content tonight.
Check out our merchandise in the description below.
And guys, your big uncle is going to be doing coaching. So if you're stuck at a place in your life where you're not happy, you need somebody to bang your ideas off of, you know, you want some sound advice from somebody you know who's going to be a straight shooter with you, your big uncle is going to be offering coaching. So you can reach me whether it's for expat relocation services, coaching, hourly consulting, helping you find jobs in Southeast Asia, retire overseas, whatever your objectives are, we've got you covered. We've been expats now for over a decade, so let our experiences work for you and help you leverage your strong passport, your strong currency to get a better quality of life and a better value out of the time that you have on this planet. Are you thinking of living, working, or investing in Thailand? Thailand is an amazing country that's more open than it has ever been before. They're a country that's looking into the future and doing some really radical things. It's an amazing time to be in Thailand, and there is a tremendous amount of opportunities for somebody who has an open mind. Who you deal with in Thailand will determine your experience to a great extent. If you do business with the wrong people, you can end up losing money and even in legal trouble. We have the contacts that you need to help you get on your feet in this amazing country and avoid all kinds of drama and problems that could come about by doing business with the wrong people. If you're interested in investing, working, employment, contacts for visas, contacts for housing, contacts for real estate, we got you covered.